Hey, this is Deepak here from digitaldeepak.com and welcome to the first lesson in your Adwords Mastery Home Study course. In this lesson, we will have an introduction to search engine marketing and pay-per-click marketing. So this lesson will cover the fundamentals of search engine marketing, and these fundamentals are really important to learn about Google AdWords and master Google AdWords. So let's get started. Let's look at the evolution of search engines. I am sure that every one of you here is using Google search almost on an everyday basis. If not Google search, you may be using Bing or DuckDuckGo or any of the search engines. But we really do not think about where the search engines really evolved from. And this understanding is really important to understand search engine marketing and even search engine optimization. Search engines are actually an evolution of Yellow Pages. 20 years back or 25 years back, when search engines did not exist, people used Yellow Pages to find information about business and services that actually they want and they know that they exist. I will give you a clearer explanation. So Yahoo's first version of search engine was a business directory online with a search feature. So even before Google, Yahoo was the dominant search engine. And initially when they created the search engine, they did not go about indexing every page on the web. What they did was actually have a huge business directory, and you could actually search within their business directory. So when people use search engines, people look for products and services which they know that they exist, right? For example, if someone is looking for plumber services, previously they used to look at Yellow Pages at a certain alphabetical order. It was listed in Yellow Pages and they used to get the phone number or contact details of the business. Today we use search engines. Business listings connect customers and businesses with efficiency, and this type of marketing is a little bit different from other types of marketing, which we will learn more in the upcoming slides. So this was the first Yahoo's homepage in 2000s. You could look at, it was not just the search feature that Yahoo had. They had different businesses listed within different categories. So you could look here. So you have business and economy, computers and internet education. So it was basically a business directory and people could search within that business directory, right? So that's how it evolved from Yellow Pages. So when it comes to marketing and advertising, you have inbound inquiries which is coming in. So when you look at an Yellow Pages, you are actually doing an inbound inquiry versus interruption. So a lot of advertising that we experience in our daily life or interruptive ads. To give you a clearer idea, so people do not search for services that they do not need or they do not know that they need it yet, right? So if you don't need something, you are not going to search for it, or you may be not even knowing that whether you need it because you are not aware about the existence of such products and services yet. So for example, tablet computers were launched around 2010. Before that, there were no search queries related to tablet computers, right? Because people did not even know that tablet computers exist. So probably search queries like Android tablets or iOS tablet or iPad did not exist. So when people are searching on search engines, they are actually searching for products and services which they know exist, right? From the early stages of human evolution, people, the number of products and services that is available in the market has increased. So initially when you think about humans 1000 years back, it was just a marketplace where people used to sell vegetables, maybe animals such as camels, donkeys, horses, and then they may be selling something like perfume or carpets or something like that. As we evolve, as we have come to the industrial age, the number of products and services that we can use has tremendously increased, right? So when we use something like Yellow Pages or search engines, we are searching for products and services that we know that exists and we want it, right? So this is completely different from interruption marketing. Like when you look at other types of marketing, like for example, if you're looking at a hoarding while you are going on the road, you are probably looking at something which you don't know it exists, right? So that's why they interrupt you to bring awareness about your product. To give you a clearer explanation, when something new is launched, the awareness about the existence of such a product and service can be done via brand building activities such as advertising and PR. That's why when something new like tablet computers have been launched, they do advertising and PR and brand building activities so that you get to know about it. So when it comes to search engine marketing, we usually do not advertise things which are new or innovative. So, for example, I was working in a company called Exotel, and Exotel used to provide cloud telephony services. So, cloud telephony services is basically you have a phone number on the cloud and you could build an IVR around it. For example, if you call a company, you have something like dial 1 for this, dial 2 for service, dial 3 for support. So this was cloud telephony based, and you don't need an EPBAX solution to have such kind of IVR at your office. So problem here was that when we tried to do search engine marketing for this, people were not searching for it. There were a certain percentage of people who were searching for such solutions, and if they were searching for something like IVR on the cloud or cloud telephony, we used to advertise Exotel for those keywords on Google Adwords, but many businesses did not even know the existence of such cloud telephony services. So in that situation, what we had to do was we had to do brand building, PR activities, we had to do prospecting, outreach to these companies to let them know that such a solution exists. So that is the biggest difference between any type of marketing, whether it be TV, radio, newspaper, or display advertising online versus search engine marketing. Search engine marketing means that you are trying to reach out to people who are reaching out to you. So to give you a clearer explanation, why search engine marketing is efficient. So you are reaching customers who are looking for you. Let's say you have an interior design company, and if someone is searching for interior designers in Bangalore, they are looking for someone like you, and you are looking for customers. So you are reaching customers who are looking for you. That is why search engine marketing is very efficient. Conversions are higher because customers are in the buying stage of the funnel, not in the awareness or consideration stage, right? For example, let's say someone in a tier 2 or tier 3 city does not even realize the importance of interior design. He may not even be looking for interior designs. For him, the awareness has to be spread first, and he has to start considering that whether he really needs an interior design for his house. But someone in Bangalore, probably a lot more flats in Bangalore go for interior design. So here customers are looking for interior designers. They have already crossed the awareness and consideration stage. They have already decided that they need interior designers. So here conversions are much higher because they are at the buying stage of the funnel, right? So if you have learnt about marketing funnels and sales funnels, so initially there is an awareness stage, and then there is a consideration stage, and then there is the buying stage. And also why search engine marketing is very efficient is that you pay only when someone is clicking on your ad, and not just for impressions. When you are going for online display advertising, or when you are going for something like such as newspaper ads, you don't even know whether people are interested in your business or not, right? But here you are going to pay Google or any other search engine marketing company only when someone clicks on your ad, which means that they are actually interested in what you have to offer, and you pay only then. So here the conversions are high, it's very efficient, and ultimately you can get a better ROI out of search engine marketing compared to other types of marketing. One of the complaints that many people tell that AdWords and search engine marketing is very costly, but even if it is very costly, you are paying only for people who are extremely interested in what you have to offer, and that's why it is very efficient. So we will look at a general problem with interruptive ads to understand the advantages of search engine marketing and search ads. So people pay attention to content that they like, right? So whenever people pay attention, what do they pay attention to? They pay attention to news, entertainment, information, whatever it is, or even if they are paying attention to something that their friend is telling them, it's basically they are paying attention because they are receiving some information that they like. So content is the central part of everything. So news, entertainment, information, everything is just content in different formats, and people are paying attention to it. So when you want to advertise, right, like, for example, radio, newspapers, magazines, TV, everything provides content. You would not consume these. I'm pretty sure that many of you don't consume these nowadays because we are all on the internet right now, but Consider people consuming content from this. You are consuming content because you are interested in it, you are paying attention to it, and advertising is basically renting this attention from this content. So if it is TV, you see advertisements between two shows or in between a show. If it is magazines, you see advertisements in between the pages of good content. Newspaper, radio, all is the same, right? We wouldn't consume these channels if it was only consisting of ads. But here the targeting of the so ads interrupt these content to borrow viewers attention from content. So here the biggest problem is that it is not targeted and it reaches a lot of people who may not be interested. So for example, if I am reading the newspaper and if there is an ad for let's say if there is an ad for jewelry, women's jewelry, I may not be personally interested in it. My wife may be interested in it, but I may not be interested in it. So here the newspaper doesn't know who I am, and newspaper just puts ads for everyone, and here the targeting is not good. Probably young women, let's say these jewelry ads are targeted at young women aged 20 to 30, and probably a very small percentage, let's say 5 to 10% of the newspaper readers will be that target audience. So rest of them may be children, they may be old people, they may be people like me, people like you, who may not be interested in jewelry. And here basically that advertising impression is getting wasted, which is to some extent solved by Facebook ads, because Facebook knows who you are, and as an advertiser, if you are advertising on Facebook, you can have this age and demographic and interest targeting, which makes it very efficient. So that's Facebook is probably the only place where display ads are really efficient. In every place else, display ads are not efficient. That we will learn when I create a course about Facebook advertising, but you get the idea, right? So when you look at the previous era content channels like radio, newspapers, magazines and TV, you can understand that magazines are a little bit better in terms of targeting, because here the targeting is done by content, right? For example, if a new motorcycle is launched and if brand awareness has to be spread for this particular new motorcycle, advertising it on a newspaper or a TV channel is not going to be that efficient, because people who are not prospective buyers of motorcycles may also see that ad. But when you look at these advertisements on let's say a motorcycle magazine, here it's much more targeted, because only people who are interested in motorcycles will buy a motorcycle magazine. And here you see a motorcycle ad for a new motorcycle ad. Here it's a little bit targeted. So that's why magazine ads cost a little bit more than other types of ads in terms of reach, because it's very targeted to the right people. So that's the problem with interruptive ads, and where interruptive ads work is when the target customer is clearly defined, such as Facebook ads. But the general idea when it comes to advertising or marketing, right? The marketing message or the advertising message has to reach the target customer, and that is the biggest challenge when it comes to marketing and advertising. And why search engine marketing ads are efficient is that you reach the right people based on keywords. So we will look more about that. So targeting and buyer intent, right? You have to reach the right target customers to get the best ROI on any type of advertising. So Facebook allows better targeting options because Facebook knows who people are. At the same time, search engines help us target the right people, because though they do not know who they are, in terms of Google does not have as much information as Facebook in terms of who is the exact person who is spending time online, but the buyer intent is very clear because of the search keywords, right? So here the targeting is very clear. For example, let's say someone is searching for Alpine Stars SMX1 shoes. So these are a particular type of riding shoes, motorcycle riding shoes. So he is probably interested in buying those shoes, and here the targeting is completely perfect. So Google wants to know more about who the people are, what kind of people are using their search engine, so that the targeting can be better. So that is why Google Plus was launched. So many people think that Google Plus was launched to compete with Facebook and try to overcome Facebook. Maybe they tried that, it's not possible, but still Google Plus is a success to some extent, because through Google Plus, when you sign up for Google Plus, you give away your gender, your age and your interests as well, and Google uses this data to target the ads to the right people. So that's about it, about the efficiency of search engine marketing, how targeting helps us reach the right audience, and how it's an evolution of yellow pages. I hope you have understood those concepts clearly. Now let's go to the concept of where to do the search engine marketing exactly, right? We know that there are a few different search engines available, but this entire course is not about search engine marketing, but more specifically about Google AdWords, because obviously when you can look at the chart here, Google has the biggest market share. They have 72.5% of the market, and we will be focusing on Google AdWords in this course. After Google, we have Bing and Yahoo. The concepts are similar. We also have Baidu, which has like 7.14% market share, but Baidu is just for China. Probably we will not be using Baidu. So once you understand Google AdWords completely, you should be able to use Bing and Yahoo ads, search engine ads as well, but that is a topic for another day. So let's just learn Google AdWords in this course. So PPC bidding, right? Pay per click bidding. So this is a fundamental concept which you have to understand when you are learning search engine marketing and AdWords. So any price for any product or service is usually fixed by demand supply equation, right? If the demand is high and the supply is less, then the cost goes up. If the demand is low, the supply is high, then the cost comes down. So if a keyword has no competition, driving traffic for that particular keyword is cheaper, and here the search volume does not matter that much. So let's say if someone is searching for a very specific kind of woolen clothing, okay, and let's say there is not much demand for that, and there are not much people who are competing for that particular type of keyword, then here for every click you will pay very less, because no one is searching for it, right? So maybe if I want to bid for a keyword like maybe my own name, so right now I bid for my own name. If you search for digital Deepak, you will see an ad. So here the cost is not that much, because not many people are targeting that particular keyword, and here the demand is moderate, but the competition from other people are very less, and the demand is also less. So some keywords have very heavy competition. The highest bidder shows their ad on top and gets the highest amount of traffic available. So this we will also look at using some live examples in the later videos. But you get the idea, right? Let's say someone is searching for something like flowers, because people order flowers to other people all the time, and let's say someone is searching for a keyword order flowers online. So here there will be many companies who are trying to get that particular business from the customer. So here the person who bids the highest amount in terms of bidding amount will show his or her ad on the top, because that's where the highest traffic will come from. So most of Google's revenue comes from PPC ads, and that's why they have built the AdWords platform. AdWords platform is a very complex platform, and that's what this entire course is about. And Google basically built this platform to make the entire PPC bidding engine very efficient and to give the maximum benefit to the advertisers like us. So general basic, many of you may know this. So some of the basics. So what you search on the Google bar is the search keyword. Here you can see 4 different ads for this keyword, digital marketing agency. The first ad that you see here is basically the person who is bidding the highest amount of money for every click. So he is probably bidding something like 150 rupees for every click, and if he sets this amount up in the Google AdWords, his ad shows up on top and rest of the ads shows up below. And if you did not know, side ads are no longer in usage. Side ads have been removed recently, so that Google can give a consistent experience across mobile, tablets and laptops and desktops. So we only have ads from top to bottom. Side ads do not exist. And now pretty much for many keywords, you would notice that the ads kind of take up the entire page and the organic listings comes after that, right? So that's why we should be understanding AdWords really good, because even if you are very good at search engine optimization and if you show up on top for a lot of keywords, it's really not on the top, because these ads are even above that. Again, the positioning of these ads are actually not just determined by the bidding engine alone. There is something called quality score, which is really important, because unless the quality score of your ads is good, you will not be ranking on top. So why this quality score exists is that Google wants to keep user experience as a priority. So just because someone is bidding a lot of money on a particular ad does not mean, and if he has a really bad website or a misleading website, it affects the user experience, right? For example, let's say you are searching for shoes, and you just search for shoes, and you go to the you click on the first ad, and you go to a landing page, and let's say this landing page is a really bad landing page which does not communicate properly and the quality is not good. It gives you a bad experience, right? And you will not be using Google frequently if you are having bad experiences when you are clicking on different links. So what Google has does is that, like, they will reward you if you have better quality landing pages. I will tell you how they reward you. So if your landing page is poor and misleading, Google penalizes you by lowering your ad even if you are bidding higher than your competitor, which means that, let's say there are two people. So one person is bidding 100 rupees and one person is bidding 110 rupees. And let's say the person bidding 110 rupees has a really bad quality landing page, and the person who is bidding 100 rupees has a really good quality landing page. The quality score of the second person who is bidding 100 rupees will be higher, which means the ad rank will also be higher. And even if the first person is bidding 110 and the second person is bidding 100, the second person's ad will show up on top because of the better quality score. So to increase quality score, give priority to user experience, do not have misleading advertisements and misleading landing pages, have good content on the landing page as well. So what are all the different factors influencing quality score? This is a very in-depth concept by itself, but we will have a quick overlook. CTR, click-through ratio. If people are clicking on your ads a lot, which means that the keyword that they search for and the ad that they see is very relevant, which means the click-through ratio will be high. Click-through ratio means that if two people are searching for a particular keyword and one person is clicking on the ad, here the click-through ratio is 50%. If 10 people are searching for a keyword and only one person is clicking on the ad, the click-through ratio is 10%. So if the ad relevance is high, the CTR will also be high. Your particular Google AdWords account history, if it has a very good history, then quality score goes up. It also depends on geography, landing page quality, the search relevance. So these are all the different factors affecting quality score. So how quality score affects CPC, right? So let's say you have a very low quality score, very low quality, right? So that's the first that we are seeing here. And let's say you are bidding $10. So here basically the ad rank is a multiplication of your bid and your quality score, and the ad rank is still 10. Here the cost impact is 400%, which means that you are paying 400% more compared to what you would be paying if your quality score is really high. So coming down to the chart, let's say the quality score is 10, really good quality landing page. So here Google rewards you by giving you very good ad rank, and you can actually bid very low. So here the quality score is 10, but the bid is only $1, and here you are really saving the cost and the ad rank remains the same, right? So if your ad rank is 10 and someone else's ad rank is 9, which means that for the same bid, your ad will be shown higher than their ad, right? So hope you understand this chart. Basically lower the quality score, the higher the bid, higher the quality score, lower the bid. So coming towards the end of first lesson, giving an overview, who can win the PPC game, right? So the pay-per-click game. So it's not about just getting cheap clicks. Many people complain that AdWords are really costly compared to other types of advertising, but AdWords are really targeted, right? So it's not just about getting cheap clicks, it's about getting the maximum ROI from these clicks. And people usually complain about the high cost, but you shouldn't complain, because once you understand that you are going to get customers who are really interested in buying something, the cost doesn't matter, because you are going to get a return on investment from these clicks immediately. Let's say someone is searching for a 3-seater sofa and he searches for the specific keyword 3-seater sofa or buy three-seater sofa, this person is probably, there is a very high chance that he will buy a three-seater sofa. And even if a three-seater sofa costs something like a 50,000 rupees or 1 lakh rupees, you can still bid very high. You can bid maybe 400 or 500 rupees on this, because if 10 people click on your ad and one person purchases it, you are going to still get the return on investment. So it's not about getting cheap clicks and traffic. It's about getting the return on investment and finding these really high quality buyers who will actually buy your product. So conversions, you should really have a high ad rank. You should have a good click-through ratio. You should have high converting landing pages. You should have a proper marketing and sales funnel. So if you have all this, you can actually make AdWords work. So we will be talking about conversions and landing pages in another lesson in this course, which will talk about the importance of how to have a high quality landing page which really converts well, so that whenever people click on it and come to your landing page, they become a lead and they don't drop off. So you should have a quality product or service. If you don't have a good quality product or service, your conversions are going to be low and you will not be able to win the PPC game, right? And you have to eventually build a brand and become the category leader. Advertising needs to stop at some point. So this is something you have to understand. For example, I used to work at Practo, and few years back, not many people knew about a website called Practo. I am sure that you may be knowing about this website Practo, or you can check practo.com, practo.com. So Practo.com is a doctor search engine. For example, if I want to book an appointment in Bangalore for, let's say, an ENT doctor, I can go to Practo and search for doctors and search for good doctors. I can see feedback, I can see ratings, and I can book an appointment online at Practo itself. So I used to work at Practo in 2014, and not many people used to know about Practo. So we used to advertise on Google search engines because people were searching for doctors in Google search. For example, people could search for something like ENT specialist in Koramangala, Bangalore. And for this particular keyword, we used to advertise on Google AdWords, and we used to pay a lot for every click. But eventually what happens, more and more people use it, and if you have a very good quality product or service, people always do not need to use a search engine to find you. They will come to you directly. For example, now we have Zomato for restaurants, finding information about restaurants. We have Practo for finding information about doctors. So here, as more and more people know about Practo doesn't need to keep advertising on Google search, because eventually as they become the category leader, let's say doctor search engine, Practo has become the category leader. Restaurant search engine, Zomato has become the category leader. So as you become the category leader in a particular vertical, what happens is that customers will start coming to you directly instead of going to a search engine and you having to advertise there. So ultimately, the goal is to build a brand and become the category leader, so that, let's say, at some point in the future, 50% of your customers are going to come to you directly, another 50% come to you via search engines, because eventually as we move forward through time, more and more competitors are going to compete for the same customers. So here the cost per click for the search engines will also go up. So if you want to make up for the increasing cost, then you should be having a really good quality product or service, and eventually start getting customers for free who find you directly, right? So that is the overall strategy that you need to have whenever you approach marketing, advertising, not just search engine marketing, but advertising and marketing in general. So that's it for lesson 1. I will see you in the next lesson of Google AdWords. We will be doing a deep dive into Google AdWords. We will be looking at the Google AdWords interface. We will be looking at different features what they have. So I hope you are excited. I hope you gained a lot of value from the first lesson. If you have any feedback or comments, feel free to email me. So whatever email you got these lesson links from, just reply to those email. And my promise is that you should get the maximum value out of this course, and you should be getting 10x value out of whatever you paid. And if you have any questions, just reply with those questions. If you did not understand anything, let me know. I am even ready to make this entire video again, covering all the points from different people of questions of whatever has not been answered, or whatever areas where you have doubts, and make sure that you understand Google AdWords completely, right? So that's my promise. I will see you in the next lesson. Thank you.